In fact, yes, in NOA what we do since the inception 25 years ago, it is the financial access for the most vulnerable customers, the customers located in rural areas, the women entrepreneurs, the youth, the farmers, and also the micro businesses and many families that cannot support themselves, cannot afford to do investments or to have also very nice living without a loan, without an access to a financing. Now we are in Albania and Kosovo as NOA, and basically it gave to us an opportunity to see similarities more on a regional level, and seeing this in the context of the policy making and what impact the policy might have in our operations. If I speak about the operational setup at a regional level, for Kosovo, for example, we had a very smooth penetration, a very smooth process. Fortunately, in Albania and in Kosovo, we don't have any barrier for foreign regional investments, which is a good approach, I would say, and can help a lot the local economies. And why not next step in other regional countries in the Western Balkan and beyond? Basically, we are also proud that many times our business model is visited from different European countries as well. This week we had a team from France, a microfinance operation in France, and another one from Romania, trying to see our business model and to see what they can take and can bring it back to their own companies. And I know for sure that in our region, in the Western Balkan countries, there are many, many companies, even beyond the financial sector, that has good standards, very good business models that can be copied and multiplied at European level, definitely. But the geographical and political, economical barriers cannot facilitate it, and creates these very fragmented speeches for each country, the same problems, that if we could avoid some barriers, I believe that with a regional strength, we can do even more in promoting our companies and the very good business models throughout the region and abroad. When it comes to the policymakers, it's not easy as a financial institution to find a dialogue. There is a perception in Albania, from what I hear from the other countries also in the region, that financial institutions should take more care about the not being very much profitable, lowering the prices all the time, being close to the customers with a lower price, which in fact it goes against a free market and a way of being financially sustainable as a company. For a financial institution to be sustainable and exist for many years, the financial capacity is a must. And that's why I have to say that, especially in the region, microfinance, but also the banking sector, is a success story. We have never heard about very big problems, bankruptcies or failures that can distort and shake markets, which means for a very good, I would say, standing and financial ability and sustainability. We dialogue a lot through the chambers. We, as NOA, are partnering, and we take part in many committees that the American Chamber of Commerce, the local Chamber of Commerce, Foreign Investors Association, or the Albanian Association of Microfinances has developed in order to create the dialogues with the policymakers and help developing more the environment and the policies in order to serve finally to the community. I have to say it's very much difficult, even though we have a very positive approach from the central bank, from the policymakers, the parliament, its commissions. We face a lot of difficulties in understanding our role, our business model, and also, moreover, the impact in the small economy. One example which was very much visible, it was during COVID, when the government decided to create some low-cost funds to be accessed by the businesses. But in fact, these low-cost funds and guarantee funds were created without any consultation And by the end, it concluded to be centralized to big companies rather than to go to the small companies, which more needed during the pandemic to pay their employees and also to carry forward with their business operations. And it was quite the very, I would say, the big mistake from our government. Hopefully then they decided to open the operations because economically they couldn't support, they had not enough money to support the economy. So Albania was one of the few countries to remain closed only for 1 month during the pandemic, which gave a lot of, I would say, a big boost to the private companies, to the private operations to carry forward and to face the challenges of the COVID and post-COVID. So it's an endless discussion, it's an endless dialogue. Many times we try to also invent new things because we are private companies that are driven by doing new things, providing new services, and we are driven by the demand that comes from the consumer. So while we tend to also challenge the status quo of many things, we face the barriers of being listened, first of all, then being understood, and waiting for many years to have a small door open to make like some kind of changes in the legislation.